Hi, everybody. It's Tom and Tom making more videos today. Well, we're just making one video today, but we have more videos, and you might like those too.
And today's topic is
Why you should go drinking after work with your teammates.
right. And if alcoholic beverages aren't appropriate for you, you can have a non-alcoholic beverage.
That's right. Mocktails are all the rage now. Everyone's doing
Exactly.
it.
Little umbrellas and foo-foo
Right.
drinks. And why should we hang out after work? Even as you mentioned this, I'm like, Japan is known for doing this every day and it becoming a burden. That's not what you're suggesting.
Not really. No, no. The Japanese are amazing people. I am just always stunned at the craftsmanship that takes place at every aspect of Japanese society. It just reminds me of craftsmen, craft
Yeah,
and
it's honored and
skills.
respected.
And but sometimes that meticulous attention to detail and methodical approach to things can actually be a detriment. And drinking after work is a place where that happens.
So why do we want to come together after work for drinks, paid for by management?
Well, we talk in the Intentional Culture book, wildly successful, about trust being one of our universal values. And people often give trust some sort of passing glance, but they don't really take it apart and understand A, why it matters, and B, how you get it. And the reason being is both are complicated. And really what I'm doing is just picking out one example today of how you build trust.
Okay.
And let me start by asking a simple question. Do you trust your family? I didn't ask if you like them. I asked if you trust them. The answer is probably either, if your answer could be yes or no. But
and earned as well.
Right, if the answer is no, there's a good chance that probably nobody should trust them. If the answer is yes, that doesn't mean everybody will trust them. It means you trust them. And the reason you do is because you know them. You know them better than you probably know anybody else on the planet because they're family. And knowing people is a way of building trust. And when you know somebody at the office, it's not that you don't get little tidbits about them just from working with them. But when you play with them, you get a whole other side of their life that you don't get at the office. Unless it's me, because I'm always playing. I drive people nuts, but it's just who I am. I'm clowning now. We're supposed to be making a video, and here I am.
My favorite all-time teams that I've worked on naturally did these things. Like they would naturally do a break and take a walk during the day together around the building, and they would do it together. They would naturally, not all the time, but a few times during the summer, go and play volleyball together. At lunch, right? During work time, they would naturally hang out at some corporate events and have drinks together that were arranged and paid for.
Yeah.
And you think back on them extremely fondly as how much you enjoyed working with these people.
Right. And you learn a whole bunch of different sets of things is kind of the key point here. And when people let their guard down and they're not obligated to behave in a way that's consistent with the organization's values, because once you leave the office, if there's a particular value that you don't like, you will probably cut that one loose after work. And people will find out who you really are. They may like you better, they may like you worse, but they will probably trust you more if they know you better.
Yeah. They'll get to understand you in a different way, right? You see
Right.
somebody with their spouse and their kids, you just see them differently from that point on because you're seeing them now in this bigger, broader world, right?
Right. But it's an important point that liking somebody is not a prerequisite to trusting them.
Interesting.
And so given that, there must be other things that formulate a trust relationship. And I think those things are mostly knowing somebody. Knowing they're good, they're bad, they're indifferent.
Yeah.
And it accelerates it. Going out after work, letting your guard down, getting a little drunk maybe if you're into that sort of thing. See, now I not only don't drink, Tom, I don't have sugary drinks anymore.
You
So
can
I
have
am like
seltzer water with a little squirt of
exactly.
lemon in it.
Yeah. And honestly, and this is probably TMI here, but having had a couple kidney stones, I don't even do sparkling water that much anymore. That's got oxalates
I was like,
in it.
that's some frightening stuff.
I'm drinking plain water, like no ice.
No. I've looked inside of ice machines. They're moldy.
It's like basically, I go to the bar with my friends and can I get one of those little umbrellas in my water just so I feel like I'm participating?
Yeah. I love it. Wonderful. And I've seen this again and again in my career when I've been with teams where it's working well is the whole team goes out and has lunch once a week, or it's often been done when I'm working on remote sites with Agile coaches in the past. We had a barbecue every Wednesday at one of the pools because we're in the South, so it was always nice weather for the most part. And another group of Agile coaches, we'd go out once a week to a restaurant and sometimes even at lunch, and just ways to bond the team.
Right. When I talk about trust, I often find myself talking about family because there's these circles of trust. Like we start with our immediate family and then our extended family and then maybe our communities, if we're deeply religious, we have a religious community or maybe our neighborhood community. And it sort of circles out, my country, my part of the world,
my
that's
planet,
that's why I like
right or wrong.
That's why I like to say we are one alien invasion away from uniting this planet. We just don't have a common enemy that's global at this point.
At least not that we know of.
Wow. Yes. What good is that?
All right. I think we should probably wrap this up. Why don't you wrap us up with a final thought, though?
A final thought. If your boss is not paying you to go out and get drunk with your friends after work, your coworkers, then you should do it yourself because it's a great career move. And here's why. When you understand your teammates and how they think, you don't have to talk to them about every little thing. You get a sense of what the team wants and how they're going to react to things. And so a lot of decisions that you will make yourself will end up being not just right for you, but right for the whole team. You get a sort of a team sense, and that makes you go faster. It makes you do better work. It makes you know when to go to teams and not feel shy about going and asking the team something tough. Because families deal with tough things because they trust each other that they won't, get buried by somebody in the family if they bring up something nobody wants to talk about. These are all really important reasons to build trust.
Nice. So now we know what to do.
Yeah. So go out and do it. Go get drunk.
I'm going to the Washtenaw County Business Association's annual casino night tonight. So like I'm already signed up to go out and hang out with a bunch of my people in my business community.
There you go. And of course, as always, if you have a tale to tell about being out and having a good time with your teammates, we'd love to see that in the comments. And please don't forget to click the subscribe button because we don't have near enough subscribers. YouTube thinks we're a failure at this point. And without you clicking that button, they're going to keep thinking that. It's not true. You watch this video. If you're hearing me talk right now, you thought this video was pretty good. Come on, click the button.
You managed to listen to the end.
Right.
My cat thinks I'm a failure, but that's a different thing.
And also, we would love to work with you, help you with your business. It's what we do. And you can contact us at beintentional.biz, and we would love to chat further. And until next time, it's Tom and Tom.
Bye.